How would you like to be Disney right now? Dismal Disney, that is. The folks that created their own kind of peril. They put their networks in danger, their company in danger by hiring and elevating people with extremist opinions and people who can't seem to control themselves when calling other people names or making wild accusations that don't have anything but hearsay behind them. Well, they got the whole kit and caboodle with Sonny Hostin, and she is, well, one of those people that could really wreck the company to the tune of billions of dollars. If you don't think CBS is wary of everything their people say now, Disney's more than wary because they've had some rough experiences with Whoopi in the past. But that's nothing compared to what Sonny Hostin had to sourly correct via a legal note that she was given during the course of the show. And if you haven't seen the video clip yet, well, I have a special version of it coming up here right now. Stick around. We're going to jump right in. Let's go.
To be the Attorney General means that you're responsible for the Department of Justice. And the Department of Justice is one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the world. It's one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the world.
And that's true. It is. It's also a giant headache for the American people because the people that are employed at the DOJ aren't doing their job. They're doing the job of somebody else under somebody's direction. And they don't really follow the law all that much. They've been getting in trouble for that a lot lately. And I'm not surprised to hear that Sonny Hostin was involved with the Department of Justice, although that's new information to me.
And it's very serious business. I mean, you have the Civil Rights Division, Antitrust Division, the Criminal Division, U.S. Attorney's Offices, the FBI. And within the Department of Justice, you have the Sex Crimes Unit, which is what I was a part of.
This is a new revelation to me. Up until recently, didn't know that was the department that she worked in, let alone know that she worked at the DOJ. And if she's in that particular division, maybe she's somebody that you look to ask questions about why the FBI stopped going after certain organizations that were, participating in this or following up on all of the things that were going on visibly on the different social media platforms, in particular what Blue Sky seems to be dealing with right now. They probably could use help over there. Really?
Child sex crimes and child trafficking. How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking?
Okay, now, allegations. Now, this has been dealt with. There's been investigations. There's an ethics report that's been put together that they're still debating on whether or not it will be public. I think if it's public, it's done for a political reason because certain people in the government don't want to be exposed for the stuff they do. I still think somehow Matt Gaetz is going to go to town on these people, whether or not he's the AG. But we'll see.
Trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old. My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Now, mind you, this is all hearsay that she's talking about in a case that she doesn't know about firsthand and is apparently referencing an interview which I don't think anybody could be familiar with, possibly. And if this is, legitimate, then that's an entirely other thing. But you cannot make these kinds of allegations the way that she's doing it without maybe finding your way into some legal trouble. Well, civilly legal trouble, I guess. I don't know. Civil suit against Disney right now, and with all their worries about their perception as the political garbage truck that they are right now, I don't think they want any of that. This lady could end up with a new job soon. But anyway, we'll keep going.
Well, statutory sex doesn't require you to know what age the person is. It only requires the age. And so if these things are true...
So if you're having sex with an underage girl,
yes,
she tells you she's 18,
yes,
and you have it anyway, you're still liable.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, well, at least they got something right, that in a normal situation, you should probably know the age of somebody you're intending to partner up with. I'm thinking that a adult person shouldn't be targeting somebody that young, but that's my personal moral opinion. You don't have to hold that at all. There are a lot of people who think that younger people, when you're a little bit older, is perfectly fine. All I want to say is that you need to best know what the age of your partner is. And if you don't know that, maybe you stay away from that. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll keep going.
She's still only 17.
Just to clarify.
Yeah. And so I'm deeply disturbed.
Oh, and I hope that I remembered to bleep out the grape part, because you're not supposed to say that. The fact that the views clips get monetized on YouTube and other people who use that word have trouble getting monetized clips, that's a real problem. A lot of two-tier justice in various platforms that probably will be addressed by the new FCC person coming in. At the lack of judgment that we are already seeing from the president-elect. Attacking Trump. So now we fade out to, well, you'll see.
A few minutes later.
Sonny, you have a legal note. I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi.
Look how happy she is. Oh, I have some great still frames we'll look at towards the end of this, but my goodness, this is grumpy face, Sonny. Sonny, you're not so sunny. Hey, we don't want to write a $10 billion check, Sonny. Do you want to write a $10 billion check? Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought. We'll be right back. Oh my. Whoopi's like, we'll be right back. Of course, I had my own additions to this particular clip. I have my opinions about The View and obviously ABC and pretty much everything Disney's doing right now. Maybe you do as well. But let's look at a couple of still frames. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, we're not real happy in this particular one. She seems to be a little bit frustrated. I couldn't imagine why. Probably because legal walked in the door and says, you can't do that. And, oh, there's a sneer. My goodness, man, she's frustrated. She even shakes her head. We'll go back and watch it here in a moment, but she even shakes her head in that clip. I wish I could slow it down for us, but man, it's terrible. All right, let's see what else we got here. What do you got else for us? Spenny? Ooh. That's a scored. That's what that face is. Scored. She's not very good with her micro expressions. I feel like she's micro attacking us. Oh boy. And finally, tight lip. I have to hold my tongue. She got absolutely spanked by legal, and I have to tell you, nobody else deserves it more. Well, a couple other people, but just to give us the final knockoff to commercial, our pal Whoopi. Whoopsie. Lawsuit. She's in trouble again. Man, crazy stuff. To be the Attorney General means that you're responsible for the Department of Justice. All right, we've already seen that bit. Let's see if we can scooch along to I have to make an apology.
You have a legal note. I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi.
Thank you, Whoopi. Playback speed. Let's go at really slow, 0.25. Oh no. In fact, let's do this. I'm gonna mute it so we're not distracted by that. Let's go and move forward. See what we got. Ooh. That is not a thank you. Oh, she big mad. Big mad. Purse my lips. Oh. She is angry. Watch the sneer. She's so mad. She can't even contain it. Nose pulled up. Chin boss. Look at that. Just, you can't keep the sneer off her face. Man, I wonder if this is definitely directed at whoever is the legal person that gave her the note that said, you're going to do this. What do you think the odds are that she quits? I don't know, but it would be precious if she did. This just keeps going on and on. I can't get, enough enjoyment out of this. And look, I don't want to bathe in her issues. She's got lots of them. But there's the head shake. Okay, do you see that? I don't agree with the things that I just said. I don't agree with what I just said. What did she just say? Let's dial the speed back up to normal. Turn the volume back up to full. Let's rewind just a little bit. What is she saying when she shakes her head? What are you saying?
3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism.
No, it shouldn't. Great skepticism. That's all the body language you need to understand. She is like a great study in body language. This person doesn't believe she should be saying anything she's saying. She's just so ingrained. What if you're wrong? What if you're now putting your company at risk? She doesn't care.
That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
She is big mad. Anyway, let's jump into the next story because I think that's kind of important as well. So from the Post, a dejected-looking Sonny Hostin forced to read awkward legal memo on The View after trashing Matt Gaetz over tossed DOJ case. That's right. It was pitched. Done. No mas. The View co-host appeared downcast Tuesday as she was forced to read a legal disclaimer on air after blasting AG nominee Matt Gaetz over accusations about stuff that clearly nobody could find anything on, or they would have gone after him. Nobody's a fan of Matt Gaetz. Hostin had ranted minutes earlier about the allegations, yada, yada. How could you nominate, yada, yada. Again, throwing out accusations that had already been through criminal scrutiny. So, just 3 minutes later, a few minutes later, co-host Whoopi Goldberg brought the discussion to a halt by saying, Sonny, you have a legal note. I do, Whoopi, thank you. The last possible word she wanted to say. And then she goes out, and you've already witnessed it. Look at that lovely, lovely image. She is so excited. So excited. And immediately after, Goldberg went to commercial break. That's right. I guess she's like the ringleader there, the host of all the gaggling girls. Yeah, those allegations were over a year ago. They ended any kind of investigation in 2023. He resigned his seat November 13th, days before the House Committee on Ethics was set to vote to whether they would release a report of its own investigation. So there's that. I imagine that it wouldn't matter anyway. The legal disclaimer went viral because it was shared by Colin Rugg, which is where I first saw it. And Sonny Hostin fumes as she is forced to read legal note just minutes after presenting the Gaetz allegations again and presenting them as fact, which they weren't. Ex-users were quick to make fun of Hostin for her misstep, with one person writing, "You just know ABC told her she had to do it or they would fire her to prevent the network from getting sued." Not to mention the legal scrutiny that if Matt does end up being the AG, Disney is going to find itself in plenty of that already, but they didn't need to add more. Another commentator chirped, Hostin is a serial liar when The View is forcing her to read legal notices after her comments. I mean, she was a serial liar, whether they make her read those documents or not, but I understand the setup. And that's pretty much it. And again, the House is yet to make comments on their own investigation and or determining whether or not to release that report. We'll have to see at the end of the day. Either way, Matt's going to make himself known in this next administration one way or another, either as AG or something else that isn't Senate confirmable, I would imagine. I have a feeling there's some trouble coming a lot of people's way. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Was that absolutely juicy to watch Sonny have to eat her words, or eat crow if you prefer? Wasn't it lovely to actually hear them have to go on record to protect the very company they work for and basically humiliate themselves in front of, well, however many audience members they have left? Mind you, after their post-election show and the few days that followed, the View is headed back into the basement as far as ratings, and you have all the other morning news programs and most news programs outside of Fox News also tanking in ratings, which we will talk about later because it's going to include Morning Joe. I'm sure you want to hear about that. On that note, as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Double check you're still subscribed to the channel. If you've never subscribed, do it now, please. And thank you, because we need to get to 50K. I need to expand across the world. Share out this video on all your socials, of course. And like I said, leave a comment. I'll try to get to it. As always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, see ya.